Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Mercenary, mercenary. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Commando. Commando chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads, but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of...
That thing?
Better, huh?
The best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems we're headed in the right direction.
Guess left can be right, sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Don't give up now. Sharp. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. At least you got something for your trouble. Didn't she trigger busy? Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Globs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Placed. Muscles like steel. Grab on tight and go. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system. Let's try that again. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Weta gono.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Ka nuka nuburak ba no yuanu.
There have
Farfarito tuka kubu.
the legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Tika mapen kujai. Hifar befar.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar.
Yalawa wat nawa.
How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what?
Pilfov ugvuhu vobra bu.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin...
Ewe boboye. E bubuko von yunvun.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided.
Mau mauya. Ewe boboye. Momombuso le yayato.
Had it not been for the... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma... Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Muma's... He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with... magic. He claims it's just the force of life, the existence of energy, powering and connecting all things living, like the Nono. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See... You found one. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. You need to... You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the pensai tree. They're One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. Now that you've seen the nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless... He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good. That's not true. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. The tree started to die when the records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friend... He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree... He claims names have power, so he gave them these names to weaken them. For him, the Porky Puff is particularly personal. It was that carnivorous beast that took his leg. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and he's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah! That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about...
Not as much as it hurts to look at...
Always making this personal.
And you're always...
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there's two nearby. The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Cosata ghetto.
Out of Date says someone needs to break the...
Coieto coreboi. Vunco vunturbo.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you.
Mpa, wherefore, where?
In
Mpa, wherefore, where? Dole mawawanya, dole keta, ya.
another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. Destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Cautions you that the Sifu may be a little impatient today, as bad news has just come in from the front line.
Zata idzie muito dlouho. Karieżne stacy. Paro, ja put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for...
Zata.
There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war.
Novi ancremo. Lada.
The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions.
Ancremo. Apinosko. Squini.
Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them vanquish the tribes and letting...
Na Zenakas pipatne?
He expected you'd join them. You understand that the universe runs on the principle that the one who dominates others runs the show.
Orzekali. Ale. Na Zenakas pipatne?
The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe.
Nezdatsne okoni. Na Zenakas pipatne?
The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are too afraid to do. To vanquish past and future disillusions of unity and take control of our destiny. Uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything.
Yeti rekle. Mali muzamit.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone, but they refuse to be the victim here.
Zenakas pripad snatste. Inatofo. Mali muzamit.
They have no intention of letting this drag out, or they'll run the risk of teaching the enemy their art of war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Mali muzamit. Karies nezdatse.
You both share dark thoughts, so they want to wage a war. A war where all that's left behind is casualties.
Ives yeti rekli dekle. Nezdatsne okoni.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outpost. Once you've conquered the rival's outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin.
Dulo. Yaput.
Your Muma taught each disciple a weapon.
Iglezed.
Seeing you,
Ale. Novi. Você si.
Jack,
Na oko. Kiza. Tel novazi ale. Dlohodo. Nibira.
anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental.
Tel novazi ale. Dlohodo.
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wanted ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Oh, yeah. Dead on. Bang, bang. Swifter than ever. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to... He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. and he'll be...
Wanaptapako. Tupa. Luza.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
Yukia.
Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit.
Tuza. Pi.
But you need practice. Lots of practice.
Pawagwika. Tuza. Pi.
Great things usually happen.
Tuza. Pi.
You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim.
Kawaii.
You can never try too hard. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. You have... She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning... Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. He's learned that things are never as bad as they seem. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He's happy to hear that from someone that's a part of the coming generation. You owe it to yourself to protect the environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He says only a few are willing to do the little things, but if you make enough of them, they can have a big impact too. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough for anyone. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Turi kumbala mua.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away.
Can't see. Taifanana numa.
You'll continue to build on the basics. Talent.
Dropalo.
She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
Anora ka papong. Beri?
She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of...
Anson bara. Inga valdo.
You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow...
Ariaroche nui mumera. Kanamunt. Asana yotutupu.
Then start by meeting her on the village square and take it from there. She knows you're a free spirit, always on the move, like the wind. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. You won't need excuses if you are strong in your conviction. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. He heard you helped Gizmo clean up. He's proud of you. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He wishes that was true for your Moomer too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching what... He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. He's curious to see what you've found. He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool. And he can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
Vedse njava.
Thinks some are and some aren't. One thing's for sure, though. Your Mooma thinks it all takes up too much space in the house.
Papa Zulu.
He says it's about...
Uvuksut skualihan joskava.
The style might be too...
Und Jungfrau so.
Agrees. At least that way it'll never go out of style.
Und Jungfrau so.
You should take it with you. Wear it to practice. He thinks you should. She'll be proud of you. He's looking for...
Kudutuku.
Your Mooma says it's about time you got here.
Pala.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Volakamunum rutna. Asil natu.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Tukonda. Anora kapapom.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Kanoruta.
Wants you to prove that with some practice first.
Kanoruta.
Your Mooma says you did well today. She's so...
Kanyala no toro.
Thanks you for being such a good student.
Asana yotutupu. Amun.
Been...
Kanamunta. Monibasa.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've dis...
Ariaroche nui mumera.
That's why you should be sure to thank him for it. Catchy.
Tentnampusa.
Your Mooma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's what?
Tetsentede.
Figuring that out is half the fun.
Tropalo. Tukonda.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Kamonu.
You should think of it as watching over...
Pendrinsenema.
Your Mooma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Ingavaldo.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Luka Lukan from setting the world on fire. Your Mooma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Io no massa mandaru.
Your Muma says this is it.
Kalino, Kanamunt,
There's nowhere to run.
Nyadaldo, Tendnam Us, Antoro,
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight.
Andro, Amun.
Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. If you're looking for good, it was harder than expected to take down the Fluff Hulk. They've received news a Ronin joined the tribe's ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of Jagni warriors. That you chose to ally with Jagni is a sign of strength in itself, and you'll only make them stronger. Look, an emergency box. Wow, bet that knuck makes a tight fist. Easy to lose your way if you can't see landmarks. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Slammer. Faster. Better. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of use. They were done with it. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. There's always an edge to the woods. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. That's a Myriad tribe outpost. Bullets everywhere. Grit. embiggening your brain. Gross. This place stinks. The Vespidat outpost, long-time home of the Myriad tribe. Let's see. Says you need to hit them where it hurts, inflict as much suffering as possible, and make it clear your tribe is a terror to their existence. That's a bomb lobber. Give those twirly wheels a turn. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Yes, the river tub's going down the drain. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper. Says they've been treated fair, but is glad to see you. Hopes you'll treat the rivals with the same respect they treated them. Grateful that you're willing to move past this like them. A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light. A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it, then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it glow. Not too close, though. You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
Apin.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Says you're lucky to have the honor. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep... That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled. He says the time has come to Goop is working on making his goo glide strong enough to break the waves out to the World Eater.